These are the waiver wire pickups for Week 8. Number 1 on the list is Kyle Monangai. The rookie took 15 touches for 94 yards and 1 touchdown today, and his work came when the game was still competitive. This was also against the New Orleans Saints defense that was only giving up 3.7 yards per carry coming into this contest. This was likely a ceiling game for Monangai, who will continue to operate in a complementary role behind DeAndre Swift, who has come alive the last 2 weeks. The Bears have won 4 straight, and their running game is a big reason why. As it stands, they average the 5th most rushing attempts per game, and I don't see them messing with the formula. Monangai should see close to double-digit touches most weeks and can be added as an upside RB3 in all formats. Number 2 on the list is Oronde Gadsden. Gadsden followed up his breakout 7-reception, 68-yard performance in Week 6 with an even bigger outing in Week 7, catching 7 passes for 164 yards and 1 touchdown. And it appears he's the new tight end 1 in LA. And with the Chargers not having Omarion Hampton, it's very likely they continue to lean into their passing game, keeping Gadsden in the tight end 1 conversation for the foreseeable future. However, I would temper expectations a bit, as he's 4th in the pecking order behind Ladd McConkey, Keenan Allen, and Quentin Johnston. Number 3 on the list is Kayshon Boutte. Boutte found the end zone for the 2nd consecutive week, giving him 3 scores across his last 2 games. He did only have 2 receptions, but like he's done all year, he made the most of them. His floor is still quite low, but his ceiling is solid enough to warrant a pickup in most 12-team leagues. He does draw a tough matchup against the Browns in Week 8, but has a very favorable schedule from there on out. He makes for a good stash and could be a sneaky asset down the stretch. Number 4 on the list is Xavier Legette. Legette erupted for 9 receptions for 92 yards and 1 touchdown today. His situation is a bit unique since the Panthers have done so well running the ball as of late, and they will likely be a run-first team for the rest of the way. Jalen Coker also made a season debut and will only see his role grow, making it difficult for Legette to establish a reliable floor. Complicating things even more is the fact that Bryce Young left this game with an ankle injury. X-rays came back negative, but I would keep a close eye on the injury report throughout the week. Even with all this in mind, Legette is still worth the pickup given his recent uptick in usage. Number 5 on the list is Parker Washington. Washington saw 10 targets today, the 2nd time he's seen double-digit targets this season. He finished the day with 4 receptions for 52 yards and added an additional 10 yards on the ground. Brian Thomas got banged up in this game before ultimately being forced out in the 4th quarter. The Jags are on bye in Week 8, so he may heal up, but just in case he's ruled out in Week 9, Washington would operate as the WR2 in Jacksonville. He should really only be viewed as a speculative ad/stash in deeper PPR formats. Number 6 on the list is Tyrone Tracy Jr. Tracy Jr. had his best game of the season, taking 9 carries for 46 yards and 1 touchdown. He missed 2 games this year with a shoulder injury and has been operating as a distant number 2 to breakout rookie Cam Scatterboo. The reason I'm optimistic is the fact that Tracy showed plenty of juice as a rookie last year, clearing 1,100 yards from scrimmage despite being used sparingly through the first 4 weeks. He's all but certain to continue operating in a complementary role, but he may only need 10 or 12 touches per week to carve out standalone value. An excellent handcuff, Tracy should be picked up as an end-of-the-bench stash in any league he was dropped in. Number 7 on the list is Alec Pierce. Pierce benefited from Josh Downs being ruled out of this game with a concussion. He paced the team in receiving, catching 5 of 10 targets for 98 yards. This performance wasn't quite an outlier, as he and Daniel Jones have shown good chemistry all year, and he's settled in as the top deep threat in Indianapolis. His value would certainly take a hit if Downs is able to return in Week 8, but he profiles as an upside WR4 most weeks, but would have some WR3 juice this week against the Titans. As an honorable mention, I want to talk about the Pittsburgh Steelers tight ends. It is impossible to know which tight end is going to go off. All 3 scored touchdowns in Week 7, with Pat Freiermuth having the best performance of the bunch, catching 5 passes for 111 yards and 2 touchdowns. If you had to pick one, I would recommend Freiermuth, just based off of momentum. This video is coming out before the Monday Night Football games, so I would keep a close eye on the Tampa Bay receiving core. Mike Evans is expected to return, but Chris Godwin is going to be out, and Emeka Egbuka's status is up in the air. So it'll be interesting to see if Tez Johnson, Cade Otton, or Sterling Shepard step up. Those are the waiver wire pickups for Week 8. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and let me know which players you think we should keep an eye on in the comments below.